Hey, so for everyone who watched yesterday's kitchen video, today is the living room video. So thank you for everyone who watched and shared and commented. You have no idea how much it means to me to have your feedback and your input and your views and your shares. It means the world. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. So yesterday's challenge was to do something for yourself that brought you some joy, and I hope that you were able to do that and feel joyful throughout your day, even if it was just for a moment. I hope that you were able to do that for yourself. Today's challenge is one that's really, really important to me, and if you have a minute, I'll tell you why, so I hope you do. So today's challenge is get out of your comfort zone. Get out of it. So this is a big one for me. For those of you that know me now, you wouldn't really know, what I was like, 10 years ago or so. So I am someone who is managing a pretty good anxiety disorder. So I don't know what you would call it now because it's not what it was then. So the reason that I say get out of your comfort zone is because to me, those two words, comfort zone, those are swear words to me because I know that for myself, I set boundaries and parameters that I wouldn't allow myself to get out of. I had my definite comfort zone, and it was pretty awful. I didn't get my driver's license until I was 27 because I was so afraid. I was afraid of everything. I was afraid of living. I was afraid of dying. I was afraid of failing. I was afraid of succeeding. I was afraid of what people were going to say, what people were going to think. What if they talked about me? I wouldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything. I got through every day, every minute of every day, just kind of minute by minute. And there were times where I would have to have my husband, squeeze my hand just to reassure me that I was still alive, because there were times where I just wasn't fucking sure, and I wouldn't call what I was doing living. So for a lot of years, I had those boundaries, and I didn't do anything. I couldn't do anything. I thought it was impossible for me to have any type of happiness, any type of success. I had no value in who I was, and I had no idea what I was able to achieve. So I just didn't. So one day, I found out that I was going to have our second son, and my husband sat me down, and he just told me how very unhappy he was, and it was a shock to me because I knew that I was unhappy, because of the state that I was living in, but I wasn't able to see past that. I wasn't able to see what it was doing to him and to my older son and to the other people that were in my life and close to me at the time. So it's a real vicious cycle, right? So you feel anxious, so you can't do anything, and then you feel guilty because you didn't do anything, and then you get depressed because you feel guilty, so you don't do anything. It was horrible. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't do anything, and I just hated myself, and it was horrible. So after finding out that information that Chris was pretty unhappy, I decided that I needed to make some changes, and the first thing that I did was I changed my diet. I changed my exercise routine. I should do that again. Remind me to go to the gym, please and thank you. I quit smoking, and I stopped taking the prescriptions that I was taking, and really just owned it. I owned those terrible feelings. I didn't just get out of my comfort zone. I made sure that I got into a place that was very, very uncomfortable, so that I realized that that's all that it was just uncomfortable, and that it was no worse than the terrible way that I had been living. So So I got my driver's license when I was 27. And so the first thing that I did when I got that piece of paper that said that I could drive was we got in the car and I drove to Kingston. I just did, because that was something that scared me to death, was the thought that now that I drive, I'm going to have to go places and do things and be independent. So I did. And so that's why I think that the words comfort zone, I think that they're a swear because I felt for a lot of years, for a very long time, that it was impossible for me to do the things that I do every day today. I had no value in who I was. I had no value in my life, and I was a very unhappy person. And so for me, the first thing that I had to do, and the first thing that something that I'll encourage you to do is to get out of that comfort zone and start living your life. Don't set those boundaries on yourself, because when you set them, they're there, and you'll follow them because you think it's going to make you feel better. So no comfort zone. You can start doing this any way that you want to do this. If you're someone who, has gone to Montana's every Friday night for the past 15 years, you know what? Fuck it. Go to Kelsey's tonight. If you're someone who, is a runner and then you thought that you can't possibly do over 5K, do 6. If you're someone who, maybe doesn't like spicy food, try something spicy, try something different. I'm not saying be crazy, don't hurt anyone, don't hurt yourself, but do something that makes you a little bit uncomfortable today, because I posted something yesterday that really resonated with me, and it was, don't put something on hold because you feel like it's going to take a long time. The time's going to pass anyway. So don't put the things that you want to do and the things that you want to achieve on hold, because that time's going to pass and then it's just gone. I look back on those years now and I don't recognize who that person is. And that's why I don't want to, stay there for too long, because I don't live there anymore. So if I can say anything, I know that we've all got our stuff. That's just some of mine. And I know that sometimes it's hard to step out and to be authentic and to be yourself and to say, look, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I struggle with. But if you don't find a way to cope with it, you're just always going to have it. So these videos and these challenges for me are a way to hold myself accountable for tomorrow and the next day and the next day, to make sure that every day I'm working on myself, and that every day that I'm blessed enough to be here is a day that I can say, you know what, it was a good day because. And so part of the reason why I get to say that is because of all the likes and shares that you guys supported me with yesterday, and the messages that I got. So thank you. And so today's challenge, step out of your comfort zone. Check out your daily affirmation at www.womenwhoswear.com. Check out the Facebook page. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart for listening and for watching me for 8 minutes and 59 seconds. And good luck with your challenge today.